Welcome back to Free Fire. Welcome to the Free Zone Podcast, Episode 4. And today we're going to be discussing that other Battle Royale games, but this is going to be involving Free Fire itself, PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty, Warzone Mobile, and all the other mobile games that are based on Battle Royale. And apparently, when I look at Battle Royale games, it solidifies what they are. Yeah, it is survival of the fittest, and it's crazy when you look at PUBG Mobile and Free Fire, along with Warzone Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile. But when you look at the PC side of it, I don't know if there's a PC version of Free Fire. But if you look at the PC side of it, it's almost the same basic concept if you're playing on mouse and keyboard and controller, but you look at mobile games themselves, from Free Fire, PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty Mobile, Warzone Mobile, all the mobile games that we've had for gun games, even Battle Royale games, it's like insane when you think about it. They tend to stay off the actual gameplay itself. A lot of times they'll change it to keep it fresh, and I understand that. But I realize a lot of people are walking away with Warzone Mobile and Warzone PC version. I know they're walking away because of the lobbies. And they're saying it's hacked, they're saying it's focused, Oh, like Call of Duty Mobile, it's like you can't really understand that more than anything else. But when it comes to Free Fire and PUBG Mobile, they're a Battle Royale game too. But Free Fire has 50 people. You're looking at 100 people on PUBG Mobile. Same with Call of Duty and Warzone Mobile and all that. But there's not many games that go for at least 100 people because you're not going to spend hours on end. Free Fire cuts the short time version of it where it's only 50 people. Yeah, I can see it. But it looks like when they look at mobile games like that, you can't really deny that. To a certain degree, you can't really deny any of it. And with the creators, they're always trying to make new ideas. I remember when Call of Duty got released, that was Warzone. It was not Warzone Mobile, but the actual Call of Duty Mobile itself. I remember getting my first gun skin that game free. Actually, it was a Christmas gun skin. Pretty cool gun skin. Don't get me wrong. For Christmas, it fits it. Green with the cherries. It's pretty cool. It was a pretty cool gun skin. It was automatic machine gun, I would say. But anyway, no, when I look at all these games, to a certain degree, from Free Fire and PUBG, they're always going to each other's throats, but they've made peace. But as for the Call of Duty side of it, or COD as it's called now, which is stupid, and you look at mobile and Warzone Mobile and the mobile community from Call of Duty Mobile to Warzone Mobile to the PC version of it, they're kind of arguing which one's better. We had the same thing with PUBG India, and they had a controversy on that. PUBG India hasn't lasted long, and apparently, according to Insanity a couple years back, New State could have been a very good game. It still adds up. I tried it. It was not that bad. Almost the same concept. But I tried it on my aunt's phone, but vice versa. It was a good concept. Same velocity. Same mentality. The servers are still up. But their channel is gone, The YouTube channel is gone. They haven't done much. And unlike Tencent and Kraft, they've already focused on PUBG Mobile because it's successful. From the esports side of it to the gun side of it, And Activision has already done Call of Duty. And last time I heard Call of Duty was going to be left out in layman's terms, I would say, for the most part. And they were going to be cutting down Warzone, not just in the mobile area, but the PC area. They're trying to figure out who's hacking, who's not, but they're not doing anything about it when it comes to PC games and mobile, combining it, they haven't really figured out what's going on. And when I look at Call of Duty itself, all you're doing is Battle Royale and trying to get first come, first served basis. But that's one thing I like about Battle Royale games. From Free Fire, PUBG Mobile, it's always come first served basis when you get the weapons. And it's pretty neat when you think about it. You think about it when you have the, I haven't, it's pretty bad. Trust me, it's gotta be the fabric of my clothes that's been making me itch. But besides the point. No, I just don't really know how would mobile make so much money. Granted, I play mobile games offhand. I got away from the consoles, away from the computers, And mobile games are making a ton of money. It's like they're putting PC and consoles out of business for the most part because most people are on their phones 24/7 doing these games on the iPad. They're doing games 24/7 on their iPad or their phone and doing what they can to solidify, yeah, there is going to be an issue there, but not literally as much. When you look at PUBG Mobile, yeah, you look at the concept of the game. Call of Duty Mobile as well. But the zone shrinks every single time you get near it. And yeah, it is a pretty hard zone to beat. But when you're down to the last nitty-gritty, you're down to the last people that you're against or your teammates. It's only a 4-on squad, which is not bad, but it's like, where do they lie about that? Where do they take it? I wanted to see, the other part of this podcast, besides talking about all these games for this episode, I want to see what they, type of new weapons they would put in the game. I'm trying to see, a new weapon. Not like an AUG, but more of, a modern day version of an M4 for PUBG Mobile. I like to see that. But mostly it's Russian weapons that are in the game. But I want to see, I heard they got rid of the Scorpion. In the game, I heard they got rid of the Scorpion on both sides of the PC version and the mobile version. Because I heard they don't really carry the Scorpions as much because it's not really accurate. And there's a lot of players complaining about it, and I think that's a possibility. I haven't seen any Scorpions lately in the game, so I think they got rid of it after being off the game for so long. Free Fire, I'm thinking about seeing if they can do more weapons than anything else. I'm hoping they can do it, more than anything else. I mean, put at PK9 or something in there, or, something like that, like a Russian weapon, more Russian weapons, more German weapons. They have German weapons, they have Russian weapons, they have American weapons too in this game too, but it's like, Free Fire, they need to do some more weapons detailing. But PUBG has to do the same thing. I'm hoping they do it. Competing with, I love both of the games, don't get me wrong. I love Free Fire and I love PUBG Mobile and it's a fast-paced game. And I cover Free Fire on the channel, minus the podcast that I'm doing here. And it's like people do these games for a certain reason. They do it for a certain reason because it's like they love it. They love doing it. And apparently, when you look at Free Fire, PUBG Mobile, from the PC version to it, to Call of Duty to Warzone, they're all arguing over what is the better Battle Royale game. I don't think there's any comparison. Despite the look of it, it just blows up right in their faces. You can't really deny that. And when you look at PUBG Mobile and Battlefield PC, Battleground PC from Battleground Mobile, there's no comparison to it. Call of Duty is the same way. Free Fire is only a mobile game. There's no comparison to any other game out there. The only ones that I know that are running PC are mostly Call of Duty and PUBG. And it's like, I heard they're working on Free Fire PC, but I heard they haven't really gotten the rules to do it yet. But time will tell with that in the near future. But if that would be all the case, it would be catastrophic for the most part. You can't really deny that. But it's like, oh, I'm going to play PUBG. I'm going to blow everyone away. It doesn't work that way. You're dealing with at least 99 other people if you're solo. The other part to that is where Warzone Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile and Warzone itself from the PC version, you're dealing with the same thing if you're not in the squad. You're going solo, you're going rogue, renegade, and all that, to where, yeah, there is going to be a problem to that. Alright, for episode 4, that's about it. I'm out of here. So for the Free Zone podcast, for episode 4 is in the books. I'm out of here. Have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and have a good day. Hope to see you next time. For John Vic, for the Free Zone podcast. See you later.